Hello, I'm Roya, and this is my trusty cat companion, iPod, and we will be talking to you today about why something is a series and why it is a standalone book. So, a lot of people don't really like series books, and they say, well, that should all have been one book, because one book is better, has more character development, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, a lot of series are not necessarily just the author being an egomaniac and saying, oh, my book should be 3 books, because I see 2 reasons for something being better as a series and not being able to be one book. So the first is if there's a time jump in between books, and the second is if each of the books has a different focus. One of my favorite series is the Dark Queen series. Has time skips between each book, and also we even get new main characters in each book, and the old main characters kind of just become like side people. So not only is the narration changing, but there's a difference in time anywhere between like a couple decades almost to like just a couple years. The other reason for a concept becoming a series instead of a standalone book is also change in focus between each book. So, for example, the Hunger Games series, each book has a different focus. The first one, she's in the Hunger Games. The second one, she's in a different Hunger Games, and then the third one is the whole like revolution and all this weird stuff. Jasper Ford's the Chronicles of Kazam series. The Last Dragon Slayer is about the last dragon being killed. The second book is about the rivalry between the magic organization that Jennifer works for, and the rival one, which is like the only other one, and this whole bridge building competition between the two. And the third one is about them looking for some kind of crazy artifact and all this stuff, and journeying through like this weird wasteland with all kinds of crazy dangers. Even though there are only three of those books so far, that's enough to tell like each one is going to have a completely different focus. Because the second and third books have nothing to do with like Jennifer being the last dragon slayer anymore. It like wouldn't make sense to merge the books into one at all. Even the Mara Dyer series, kind of the same thing. The first book is about her dealing with her friend's death, and she's going to a different school. The second one, she gets pulled out of school, and she's in the weird like the really weird school for the crazy people, or the crazy people, I mean. And then the third one is when she's on the run, and she's traveling across the country trying to get at the people. Something that could have been all one book, of course, is Lord of the Rings, because it should have been in the first place. That's what Tolkien wanted. Something else that should have been one book, maybe, that would have done better as one book, is the Ruby Red trilogy. The entire series takes place in only like 2 weeks or less. And the focus doesn't really change from book to book. It's really the same. It's pretty much the same the whole time. But then if it was all one book, they wouldn't be able to call the books Ruby Red, Sapphire Blue, and Emerald Green. But you get the idea. That's something that could have been one book. So there are a lot of books out there that just wouldn't work as standalone novels. So what are some books that you think should have been just one book, could have been just one book, couldn't have, etc., etc.? I'll see you next time. Bye.